So that subtracts her and eliminates her from being of the people who get that bushra if she dies on that. Ask Allah not to allow her to die on that kufr, that shirk. So the one who has a tawheed, the Nabi will give him a bushra. So you have a responsibility to prevent your family from believing in these types of text messages and passing them off and having that religion like that. The religion that is compromised by shirk. The Prophet is also, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a mubashir to disbelievers as well. He's a mubashir. He'll give a bushra to the disbelievers. There's a sunnah that the Nabi used to do, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is easy for you to do, especially during these days when the kuffar are killing us. You know, I found it amazing. We have some brothers from Libya, and they're some of the toughest brothers in our community. Tough. They want to get rid of Gaddafi. And they were in support of this thing that's going on. At the beginning, when we told them the fitna of the blood of the people, security, kuffar playing with us, this is not from the way we do things in Al-Islam like this. If the ruler is a non-Muslim, it's wajib to overthrow him if we have the ability to do it. But if we don't have the ability to do it, we have to protect the blood and the lives of the Muslims. They say, you're from the CIA, you're from the FBI, you're from the MI5, you're this, you're that. Now look what's going on. Anyone in his right mind, does he think that that's something that we should be happy about? No, at Salat al-Isha, they came to me last night, they said, listen, please, make the dua in the salah as the Prophet used to do in the sunnah, that Allah protects our people because our people are being bombed. I'm not for tyranny, Gaddafi, and I'm not for what is against the religion at the same time. So look at the end result. That is always the case, Ikhwani, when Muslims fight against the leader. It's always going to be fitna problems, always, how it is. And that's why in those same books of Aqidah, those same books, all of those scholars used to write the impermissibility of making this khuruj. If he's a kafir, it's wajib to make the khuruj, wajib. But if you don't have the ability to do it, and it's going to bring about a bigger problem, you don't do it. You know, if you say this, in most of the masajid, people get upset with you. Although you can support it with dalil, and they'll support their position with dalil that are emotional, or Quran and Sunnah out of context. Quran and Sunnah out of context. From the Sunnah that have been lost, the bushra that the Prophet gave the people, especially during these days, when the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to pass by the grave of the kuffar, he used to say to the kuffar in their graves, Ubashirukum bin nar. Ubashirukum bin nar. Ubashirukum bin nar. He would say it 3 times. I give you people the glad tidings of the hellfire. Bushra. I give you the glad tidings of the hellfire. I give you the glad tidings of the hellfire. If you pass by a grave, it doesn't hurt you. This is ibadah in Al-Islam. You pass by a grave anytime, every time you see graves of non-Muslims. If you say, Ubashiruka bin nar, you're following the sunnah of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And it didn't cost you anything to bring that sunnah to life. And that is one of the ways the Nabi was a mubashir to non-Muslims. And he was sent to people as a rahmah. But once a person dies and he checks out and he's making shirk with Allah, then his bushra is that he's going to get the adab of the nar and the adab of the qabr and other than that. As for him being a nadir, the meaning of the nadir, nadir, it means a warner. The Prophet was a nadir to everybody. Muslims, non-Muslims, you, me, Arabs, non-Arabs, men, women. He was a nadir, a warner. What did he warn us about? He said in the authentic hadith, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَجُعِلَ الذِّلُّ وَالصَّغَارِ عَلَى مَنْ خَالَفَ أَمْرِي. He warned the people. He said, anyone who goes against what I'm telling you to do, then he's going to be lowly, humiliated, and abased. Anyone who makes mukhalafa to what I said, he's going to be low. The recompense of that, the result of that, is going to be low. So before we look anywhere, we have to look at ourselves. all of our families. I have a family, I have a family. I have a wife and I have children and I have extended relatives and we have problems. We have problems amongst ourselves. We have problems. Those problems always are a direct result of people going against the religion. This cousin over here, she has a boyfriend, so we don't like it, so we're fighting with her. This one over here, he's drinking. That one over there is doing this, that one over this. So as a result, it's static. This auntie over there, she makes namima, riba, she's doing this. So there's static. Interpersonal relationship, there's problems. This divorce, this, that. These problems, they come as a result of disobeying Allah and His messengers. That's my family. My family comes to the masjid, your family comes to the masjid, your family, everybody comes to the masjid. Now we make a bigger family in this community. Same issue. We're doing things. I borrowed your money, I didn't give you the money back. I'm a racist, you don't like me, I don't like you. And on, we're going against the religion, so we're going to have problems in the masjid. And then you just keep building like that. The ummah itself, the ummah of Islam, we go against the religion. Look at the Muslim world right now. We are lowly. Whoever goes against my commands, Allah's Prophet said, he's going to be low. You know Ikhwani yesterday who started the bombing of Libya? Do you people know who started it? Anybody know? The French. The French. The leader of French, his name is Sarkozy. He said, we will stop this man from killing his own people who are defenseless. Does a Muslim know that that man is waging war against Muslims in France every day? You can't wear the niqab in France. There are French women who are moving here to live in the UK because she can't study with niqab. You can't be in the street with niqab. This man, in his last address to all of the prime ministers, told the people about the Muslims. He said, do you know that these people bring goats in their bathrooms and they slaughter their goats and they call that the religion? And he made a istihza, played around, joked at the expense of Muslims now. And this is consistent with him. And the next group of people who are projected to win in France are the EDL type people there. The EDL type people, English Defense League. Did you really think that man went to bomb Libya because he wants to help the Libyan Muslims? That's the lowliness that the Muslims are experiencing right now. Why didn't the United Nations move very quick when Israel did what they did to the Muslims in Gaza? If it's an issue of democracy and it's an issue of human rights, why didn't they say something? Doing all of this fitna, there was a vote that came up in the UN against Israel. Everybody said we abstain for giving our vote. This happened about 3 weeks ago. Most people didn't even hear about it. It's under the radar. So the point is, Ikhwani, the Prophet is a Nadir, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to all of us. That when we go against what the religion is saying, what it's telling us to do, there's going to be a price to pay. And he's also a Nadir, obviously, against the kuffar as well. He warned them. Anybody who dies on other than Islam, he warned you that no matter who you are, no matter what you did in this dunya, you are an individual, you're going to go to the hellfire, and the Jannah is haram no matter who you are. No matter who you are. لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء ولا يدخلون الجنة حتى يلج الجمل في سم الخياط. Yawm al-Qiyamah, he warned them that the doors of the heavens, the Jannah, won't be open for them, and the non-Muslim will not be able to enter into the Jannah until the camel can pass through the eye of the needle, and that's never going to happen. Camel will never, that's